Hello again. Welcome back to the Rock Shop with Ralph, your source for the best celebrity interviews. Today, I have a returning guest all the way from LA. This guy has sang with Jason Bonham, the band Bonham, Lynch Mob, Red Dragon Cartel, Foreigner. I got to talk about that one because we had Lou Graham on the show a couple weeks ago.
That was very briefly. Yeah.
And, well, we'll talk about it. Come on, I'm in my intro, Chaz. Come on, let me get it. Let me get it going here.
You want to start? Take two.
No, yeah, take it. All right. And his current band, Westbound. Oh, wait, and I got to mention, he also sang with Apathy, Carmine and Vinny on their album Apathy, and Resurrection Kings with Craig Goldie.
And Vinny.
And Vinny, exactly. Vinny's my boy. This has to be the longest intro there was. And there ever will be. Anyway, Chaz West. How you doing, Chaz?
All right, Ralph. How are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
I'm good. I usually get the intro bang, and everybody's like, "Wow, that's a great intro." This one was scattered all over the place, but
fucking singers.
they get the picture.
Yeah.
All right, we got to start it off. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm awesome. Kicking life in the nuts, baby.
There you go. That's all you can do.
Kicking life in the nuts. So, we got it done finally. This interview has been canceled 3 times. I have to be honest with you. I've had like the month from hell, but Chaz has been a trooper, and we're getting it done, and we're back. And this guy's hair, look at this guy's hair, man. Total rock star hair going. Yeah.
Oh, that's only because I showered and washed my hair today for you.
So did I.
It had been since the weekend, so it was the baseball hat all week long. So
hey, believe it or not, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
I bet.
Anymore, I'm ready to go. But So last time we talked, we were talking about the band, and we talked about your previous bands.
Right.
We got a new single out, which we're gonna get to towards the end.
Right.
But what's going on? What's going on lately besides Westbound? Anything else going on? You always have your hands in something.
No, yeah. Well, Westbound, first of all, we're working on a sophomore record. We're involved in pre-production, writing pre-production right now with Roy Z.
Roy Z.
Again, Roy Z. Yeah. And I'm also incorporating some of the guys into the writing aspect now that they've been with me for a few years, because they didn't come in till halfway or almost when the record was done last time.
Awesome.
So Jimmy and I are writing a song, and we just wrote a song, and we're putting that down, and things like that. So that's the main thing. We've got shows coming up starting late October. This is the first single, as I said, and the video just was released this week.
Don't Steal My Sunshine.
Don't Stand in My Sunshine. Correct. Thank you. Yeah, it's available on YouTube. It's on our website also. You can check it out. We filmed it in Nashville. And besides that, I got the Moby-Dicks, my all-star Zeppelin tribute band.
With Brian Tishy.
With Brian Tishy, my Jersey bro. Exactly.
One of my favorite drummers out there.
Oh, he's a monster.
And when you see Brian, when you see Brian,
I'll see him tomorrow or
tell him I said, how you doing? I contacted him twice. That fuck never got back to me. And tell him I'm insulted.
Oh, I'll give him some shit then.
Yeah.
I'll give him a hard time. I know how to do it.
You know how to do it. Buzz balls, what we do.
I love him, and he kills it. And
that guy's a phenomenal musician.
Oh, he really is. He plays incredible guitar too. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say not just a drummer.
I'm like, for fuck's sake, really? I mean, you have to be great at this too. Not only a phenomenal drummer. I know. But anyway, so yeah, and and that's with also with Phil Susan and Brent Woods. So I think we're doing a show here the end of this month. In fact, I know we are. September 29th. And then we're doing Vegas in October. And then I leave for the Westbound tour like a week or so after that.
Right.
So we'll be in New York too. So I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that one.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Now you're moving to Florida.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Floridian.
Right. Yeah, you are.
Listen, you can take the boy out of Queens. You can't take Queens out of the boy ever.
No, exactly right. Oh,
You know what I mean?
A whole lot of East Coast people. My aunt and uncle, same thing. They retired and they say no, they're moving to Florida. It was the same, the same deal. I get it. I've been dealing with that since I was a kid.
Yeah, times change, people change, and
yeah, exactly. And I understand you want warmer weather.
Yeah,
Winters are brutal there.
It's the family. I tell you what, I was down there a couple weeks ago. It's fucking hot though, bro.
No, it is.
It is hot down there.
Really humid. You thought humidity was bad in the East Coast? Oh, it's
right.
A lot worse.
And I love when people say, "Oh, it's a dry heat."
No, it's not a dry heat. That's in Vegas.
Yeah. But, your balls are still sticking to your legs.
Yeah, exactly. No, humidity gets you there, and the giant bugs.
Right, and giant bugs and alligators.
And alligators too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they come visit your neighborhoods.
Right.
So watch your kids, small pets.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, my kids are big. I got an 11-year-old, and he's probably as big as you and my son.
Oh wow.
Anyway, listen, what's that?
Football player?
Everything. We're a sports family. We're actually a baseball family. He likes baseball, but he's built for football.
Good.
Anyway, listen, I got to talk to you because I didn't speak to you the last time. I had Lou Graham on a couple weeks ago. Right. The legend himself.
Oh, I've never met the man. Obviously, I met Mick, but yeah.
Yeah. What I know we didn't talk about foreign the last time, and I know it was very brief, and I'm not holding you to it. I'm just saying, let's talk about that a little bit because I didn't ask you the last time about foreigner.
It was very brief. My time in the band was very brief. It was Jason Bonham, was the drummer, my former band, right? And we had the same manager, and he contacted me and said, "Look, Mick wants to do this again with another vocalist, and Jason's already in. You want to do it?" I'm like,
was Jeff Pilson? Was Jeff Pilson on guitar?
Pilson was already in, also correct. And I said, "Of course, And so this is, Mick had just reformed, kind of put the band back together with the new guys, after he and Lou had a falling out or whatever. Okay, I don't know all the details, and that's none of my business.
Exactly.
And I was like, hell yeah, of course. So it was very brief. We only did a couple of shows. He had just gotten sober, and he didn't want to go on the road and tour. And then in the interim, was a couple things happened, and then nothing happened for 6 to 9 months. And then all of a sudden, Kelly Hansen in the interim, got himself an audition, and the rest, what happened. So, and he's been with him for many years now. But it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And Mick was so cool, such a gentleman. And he even made sure that I'm listed on the Wikipedia page and everything, because he's like, "No, you did a fantastic job." And I think part of it, and this is just in my head maybe, but I think part of it was that they wanted a guy. He saw what Neil Sean did with a guy that sounded exactly like Steve Perry. And Kelly, is a great singer, and he sounded more like Lou Graham than I did. I sounded close enough.
Yeah, but you made it your own.
Right. I made it my own, and, maybe I was, a little more Robert Plant influence, obviously, because playing with Jason, and, so maybe that was part of it. I don't know, but I just, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, I see why, he made the decision he made. So, but he was very cool about it and very gracious, and, was saying, nothing but complimentary, and let me know that, you're always, I appreciate everything you've done. You gave 110%, and I'm behind you, whatever else. I wish you the best, and everything else you do. It was never bad. It was always a great thing. And like I said, the fact that he put me on the Wikipedia page, I didn't expect that, and be listed as a quote former member. I thought that was really an honor.
Right. And just the even if it was one show. Just
the experience. Exactly.
How are the crowds?
Great. We all, like I said, it was only a couple things, because he didn't want to tour. He didn't want to even do any touring. It took, that was another 6 months or so.
Yeah.
So technically I was in a band for maybe about 6 months, 6 to 9 months.
Right. And
But they
Kelly
went
Hansen,
crazy. I've still got some video footage. They went nuts. They went, the first thing we did was in Santa Barbara, like a benefit thing. And the people went crazy,
so you're in Florida. You're playing your first show. I mean, you're my age.
Right.
The late '70s when their album came out. It was
a kid,
it was massive.
Yeah.
You put yourself back there, and do you get goosebumps? And what was the first song that you played when they opened?
The first song we did feels like the first time.
Oh, man.
It was the opening number. Now, when I went in to, for the first rehearsal, quote, audition, which he never even, that was so cool. It was kind of like, just come in and do what you do. And it's on, he said to me, he goes, what do you want to play? What song do you want to do? And I said, how about Dirty White Boy?
Oh, yeah.
Goes, okay. I love that song. I always felt it kind of represented me,
I'm white. I'm dirty. Hey, I'm a dirty white boy.
Dirty white boy, Exactly.
I got a baseball hat on.
I've lived it. Exactly. Inside and out. So, yeah. So that was the first one I did at rehearsal. So that was cool.
Awesome.
So, yeah, great experience, and I learned a lot. And, of course, I was with my old bandmates. So, Jason did it for a bit longer than me. So, yeah, it was cool.
Awesome.
It was great.
Awesome. Not many people can say that.
Well, that's the thing, I was hoping it would last longer, but things happen.
Yeah, but even so, not many people can say that. I had him on the show, and I told him, man, and that's all we're done with Foreigner. But to this day, I hear feels like the first time. I get goosebumps listening to that fucking song, bro.
Oh yeah,
the vocal on that, and it's so hard to do, and people think that it's easy.
Right.
I told him, I go
in full voice. This is not falsetto, head
right.
voice. It's full voiced.
Yeah. I'm like, when you sing it in the shower, you think it sounds good. No, it doesn't sound good. You know what I mean? The guy's like, feels like the first time. Yeah. I heard one cover band do it, and it was fucking horrible. I'm like,
really? Oh god. Yeah, there's a few Foreigner tribute bands out there. I haven't seen any of them. I think I saw maybe bits and pieces on a Facebook or thing, quick, blur.
Yeah, they're all popping up, brother, because you know why? Right. All our bands are either retiring or dying.
Well, that's it. So what are these guys doing? Former tribute band for these
former tribute band.
Real money. Yeah,
out here on the island, that's all that there is. You want to get? I mean, I'm in a cover band, and our gigs. Oh, you got a tribute band? Everything's the Aerosmith.
That's what it is.
Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, Journey.
I know.
My friends in the
too many tribute bands. I understand both sides of the coin, why they're doing that, because some of these guys struggled in local bands, never got the break, never got anywhere. Working a job for years, never made any money. And they're like, oh, I could get paid if I play these songs and dress like this guy, And now I think it's gone too far.
Too far, right?
When I see, tribute bands making more money than original bands that have got records out, like a new band. Yeah. I think, something's wrong, as Steven Tyler's saying, something's wrong in the world today.
Something wrong with the world.
The world today. Right.
Don't know what it is.
Great song.
So what's your take on bands that have no members and they have the name and they're touring with all replacement members?
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I
right?
don't
or one member.
At least if it's one, okay, original guy, not a guy that came in, like 10 years later, 15 years later, I'm talking was around since day one, or at least the first few, couple records. I'm okay with that. At least one. But when there's not any of them, I'm not going to mention any names, but yes.
We know who would.
I don't like it. And I think you're trying to pull the wool over the eyes of, the audience members, and any promoters and booking agents that go along with it, fuck you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
At least be straight up about it. Okay. And I know it's a cash grab. That's what it is. Because you make a lot more money if you say you've got this guy, you're calling yourself because this guy was in the band at one point, and for whatever reason, he's not anymore, the only original guy. Then you make a lot more money than as opposed to if you were just a, quote, tribute band.
So Chaz, listen, book a gig next week as Foreigner.
What was that?
Book a gig as Foreigner.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, Lou Graham and Mick Jones would have me in court so quick.
I know. Right. Speaking of,
I would never do that. It's just totally wrong.
Yeah, they're doing it like you said, the promoters, because you got these bands are dying off. They're retiring,
and I get it. If there was at least one guy left, okay. He owns that name.
There's not one major band that's out there that's going to have the legacy of a Kiss, of an Aerosmith, of a Foreign,
right.
You know, Judas Priest. You know, we Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? What the fuck are we gonna have? What are we gonna do?
Maybe Rival Sons.
Rival Sons is good. You know,
Dirty Honey.
Yeah, I was talking to Greg Chason about those bands.
And Westbound.
And come on, you're jumping. I was just gonna say, and we got Westbound.
Right. Before
we get to Westbound.
Yeah.
Speaking of former bands, have you been in touch with George Lynch? Because here's the thing, he said he wasn't going to tour as Lynch Mob anymore, and now he has a brand new album out as Lynch Mob, all different members.
Yeah, well, that's his name. He has the right to do it, just like Westbound. Whoever I want my band, it's my name, and that's fun. And he's had it for decades. I haven't talked to him in a while. I understand though, because that name went over better. He was trying different things.
He's always doing something.
Promoters are like, people don't understand this electric freedom thing, whatever. They know Lynch Mob. And now that, the whole lockdown is over with and everything, they want this back. And if you want to make this kind of money on the road, then this is what we have to promote. And I get why he did it. It's okay. It's his name. It's his band. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I wish him nothing but the best. He's a phenomenal musician, and a funny guy. He's got a really great dry sense of humor. A cool guy to hang out with, So
you couldn't understand why he doesn't get along with Don Dokken, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. But now they kiss and make up and do shows now together here and there.
But not as Dokken.
Does a couple of songs with him,
right?
This has been going on for fucking decades,
Fucking decades.
Nick and Keith, Robert and Jimmy, Steven and Joe. This is nothing new because, you become like a family. You tour, especially back then.
Right.
We were together for months and months at a time, traveling. And, we start out, you're young, you're kids. And then all of a sudden you get older and you start having some money and you want to have a family and you have your own life and, your own house. And all of a sudden you grow and, and it's different. So, and look, it's amazing that Mick and Keith are still able to work it.
Oh, I just heard the news.
Give each other enough space during the off time,
And they got a fucking album coming out.
I know.
And I just heard the song, and it's fucking awesome.
It's phenomenal. And I guarantee you, if Bonzo hadn't passed, Robert and Jimmy Zeppelin would be doing the same fucking thing.
80 fucking years old, bro.
I know. Amazing. And it sounds like Start Me Up or something from that
era. Yeah.
Just
you don't know my name. I think the name of the song was. You can't spell my name.
Hackney's
Diamonds.
Hackney's Diamonds is the song.
Oh, that's the name of the song?
Excuse me, that's the record.
The album, yeah.
The song is something about being angry, right? Something.
Yeah, he's angry. You can't spell my name. He was saying.
Or maybe it is angry. Something like that.
Yeah.
But the video is cool because it shows all these billboards going down Sunset Boulevard, and it's from their entire career, starting in the early. To each billboard they go by, it's all CGI, but it's cool because it shows some 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and them on stage live with the different, looks.
80
it's very cool. Yeah.
Still packing them in.
What was that?
Still packing them in.
Still doing it, man. I love those guys. I mean, I saw them in 2021, and Mick Jagger must run 5 miles a night on stage. Amazing.
Gives you hope that you still got at least 30 years left.
Still got some time. Exactly. If he's still doing it at 80, come on.
Could you see yourself doing? Could you see yourself doing it at that age?
Probably. I mean, I don't know, but I think so. I mean, it's what I do. So I've always made a joke, say, yeah, I'll probably drop on stage or in bed with a beautiful lady.
Right.
It's one or the other, probably.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. You got to go. That's the way to go. You know, when you got to go, I should say. So, yeah. Right.
Awesome. So we're here to talk about the latest album that you record and the latest single that's out.
Right.
Don't Stand in My Sunshine.
Correct.
Now, I watched the video, very bluesy, and we got Chaz playing a fucking blues harp.
That's right.
What's going on there, Chaz?
Hey, brother, I took it from all the blues masters, you know, the hard rock blues masters. I mean, all my favorite singers, Robert Plant, Steven Tyler, Roger Daltrey, Paul Rogers, Rod Stewart, you know.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, we just lost him. Oh, there we go.
You're forgetting one.
Hold on.
And we got to mention him.
From back in the day?
Yeah, come on.
That was Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger. What? Who played blues harp? Let's see.
Oh, not played blues harp, but
of course, I loved Ronnie. I never saw him play blues harp though.
No, but he started out. I mean,
of course, I'm sure he could.
With Elf.
Oh, fuck's sake, he played trumpet or something. I think
yeah, trumpet player. The trumpet player.
I think that's what he told me. I was like, wow. Yeah, so I'm sure. But I'm just saying all my, you know, so I tried to get it for years and it never clicked. I was, you know, I sounded like, and I didn't get that black blues sound, which is what I wanted. Which
you're a blonde hair, maybe not blue eyed.
I didn't get it until all of a sudden it clicked one day. And I was just like, oh, use your lips and your tongue, and it gives you that sound, you know? And so that's what happened.
We talking about blues up, or we talking about the girl you were with last night?
Yeah, that was the blues harp. So anyway, so I was like, oh, okay, let me, you know, and it all of a sudden made sense. On the Three-Legged Dog record, if you remember that I did with Vinny and Carlos Cavazzo and the late, great Jimmy Bain, there was one song on it, and I played a little bit of blues harp. There's one song on it. That was the first time I ever put it on record. But for this song, it really fit, you know. I thought through the whole song. In fact, the song was done pretty much. And we're listening back, and I'm going, I need something. And I go, what if I tried some blues harp? And Roy was like, yeah, that sounds great. And I didn't know if it was going to be through the whole song. It was just maybe like try it in parts. And he was just kind of like, no, keep playing it. I'm like, okay. So I'm playing the whole song. And then we listened back, and it was nothing planned. It was just because I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's all by ear, you know?
Right.
It's all by ear and feel. If you asked me to say, what's that note? I couldn't fucking tell you, you know? So, yeah, that's what it was. And then we listened back, and it was like, wow, this works through the whole song, you know? As opposed to just bits and pieces or one part here and there. And so, yeah, it made sense.
Yes, so, stylistically, it's a different departure. It's more blues based than the other stuff. Like I was telling you, I was listening to Never Surrender.
Right. You know, it is. It's much more blues based, which, you know, all good hard rock, it comes from, you know, from the blues. Blues had a baby, and they called it rock and roll, you know?
Yes.
You know,
now, during the last time you said you had Brian Tichy was helping you out, who's rounding out the band now? Let's give them props. Let's tell.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Jimmy Burkhardt, who I brought in on the last record, you know, I told you I met through my friend Stephen McGrath, who's a bassist for Billy Idol. He's still with me, you know, and he and I are actually even involved in the writing. He's involved in the writing. We're working on our sophomore record right now, so he's doing that with me also. Jason Cornwell, bassist from the first record, also did a few songs. He came in halfway through the record, and you know, these guys have been with me now 3 years through the ups and the downs, even during the lockdown when we couldn't do fuck all except for, you know, some streaming shows, right? And the only new guy, keyboard player named T-Bone, or Tjorborn Anderson, we call him T-Bone. He's from Sweden. He used to play with Government Mule. And he's been, you know, we did 2 streaming shows during the lockdown. And one of them is for the Monsters of Rock cruise. And I had a little listening party outside. My friend has a bar in Hollywood, and it was legal because it was outside. And we had a little viewing party, excuse me. And he came to me and says, I want to be in the band. I love this band. I love the songs. I love you. I love the guys. And because he was a fill-in, because another guy that I had before wasn't available during that time. So, a lot of people were, didn't want to necessarily do anything. So I was like, I got him. He was a friend of mine. I played a New Year's Eve party right before the lockdown. And I was like, okay, it might be a while, but, or wow. He goes, yeah. I go, I don't know. At that point, I was thinking 6 months. Who knew? Who knew, right? It was a year and a half. So yeah, he's been a great addition. He's a very talented musician. So, and he played with Government Mule for a while, like I said. So yeah, and Roy Z, of course, rounding out, producer, co-writer. He's not always available for shows. So he's more of like an outside member, but part of the, exactly, but part of the Westbound family. He's just finished Bruce Dickinson's record, so he just finished producing that and recording it, and he's going to be busy touring with Bruce next year a lot. I know that. So, but he's part of the family. So there you go. That's where we're at. I'm a loyal guy. If guys stick through with me through the ups and the downs, and especially unprecedented lockdown that we went through, that means a lot to me.
Right.
And to me, that's important. That's the old school way of doing it. What do you think? The Stones still together, except for when one guy, they quit. No guys were ever fired. They died or they quit. Right? Aerosmith even, sorted out their differences. Guns N' Roses. That's because the chemistry. When you feel that chemistry, you can't be replacing guys every other week or something. I've seen bands do that. It's maybe sometimes it works, but most of the time, no, it doesn't last. It might be a temporary fix, and that's about it.
Right. But, so we can safely say that Roy Z is the Billy Preston of Westbound.
Yeah, right. I can, honestly, without him, I wouldn't have been able to do the first record and the second one too. He's there for me. I know he's got his schedule and he's busy, but yeah, absolutely. And we work together really well. We write together really well,
right.
Quick, and we have we're in the same headspace as far as he knows what'll work for me as well as do I. So
you're on a new label as well. So what's the name of the label?
Yeah, this new label called Legendary Artists. They're based out of Nashville, and that's where we shot the video at. I mean, they put us on an 8-acre estate that had a waterfall and a man-made lake and with a fountain and a barn. So it was really cool. And this song really fit the scenario.
Nashville, right.
Fit the song, excuse me, because it's a bluesy, like you said, and dare I say, even a bit of country, without not modern country, but maybe more old school, a little bit of that feel. But yeah, so it was cool. It was great. And these people that I've known for many years, so it's not like a bunch of strangers. And, I'll always be grateful to Serafino, Perugino at Frontiers. He gave me my first, opportunity to have my own brand, have my own vehicle with Westbound. So, but this just made sense. So, now for this new record, they,
Awesome.
But what did they say? Pay me an offer I couldn't refuse. So, right. So.
You're trying to get to me because I'm Italian, trying to say something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figured you would get that. Make an offer I can't refuse. Yeah, right.
You don't see my pictures on the wall. I got Goodfellas.
I believe it. I know.
Sopranos up there.
I love those movies. I love it. So
forget about it. So where can we find you on? What's that?
Just that joke. You ever see that with James Caan and Hugh Grant? And he's a Britishman. He's an Englishman.
That was Mickey Blue Eyes.
And he's Mickey Blue Eyes. He's trying to say, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
That's funny because that movie, James Caan's last name was Vitalian. That's my last name.
Oh, really? But that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mickey Blue Eyes.
Mickey Blue Eyes. Forget about it. That movie was funny, but it didn't do well. It didn't do well in theaters,
I just liked some of the dialogue was great. I thought it was, so being from an English background, I get it. Raised in the East Coast, I was totally understanding it. So
the funniest part of that movie is John Ventimiglia, who was in The Sopranos. He played Artie Bucco.
Right.
He was the son. What are you talking for? Something's going on.
Something's going on, right?
Something's going on. What the fuck? You're fucking him. That's how half the guys I grew up with were in Queens.
Oh,
They
I
always
believe
thought their girlfriends were fucking screwing around. Something's going on. What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah. I know.
So, Chaz,
Come on.
hey, where can we find Westbound on social media? I mean, we know you're on Facebook.
Right. We've got a website. The website is Westbound Official. And the new video, the video for the new single, Don't Stand in My Sunshine, is right there on the front page, and it's available on all digital platforms and, whatever, Apple, whatever's,
Can we get the physical CD as well?
That won't be available till next year. So,
you fuck.
Yeah, we're still working. Like, as I said, we're still in the process of working on our sophomore record. But between now and then, there'll be at least one more single and probably one more video. So
you know what? I know streaming and all this crap is the way we're going.
Yeah,
but I'm still a CD guy. I love
it. Same here.
I love opening
opening up.
We're in our 50s now. Opening up a fucking album, looking at the liner notes, staying in your room, reading the lyrics.
Right.
It's an experience. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's being taken away with these digital platforms. How the hell do you go to the record store? Is there a record store anymore?
Very few that exist. There are some. There are a few.
Yeah, but I'm saying
here. There's a couple in Nashville. I think maybe there might be a couple in New York still. Yeah,
there are a couple, but I'm just saying, Chaz, when we were kids, the whole experience.
Oh, I know.
I was telling Lou Graham this.
You're right.
No, I'm going to get the Foreign album on a Saturday. With your paper route money, and you buy the album.
Oh, in the long
home. You rip it open. You're looking at the cover. You put it on. You're in your room, and you were there all day listening, baby. Reading. If they had lyrics on it, you're looking at it. You're looking at the album. That's how I was. I mean,
right. I agree.
It was the whole experience. So
I absolutely agree.
And you have some gigs coming up. You want to give some dates so we can tell the fans before we go?
Yeah, but we're starting out Kansas City at Harris Casino on October 27th. And then New York will either be the 28th or the 30th. It's being sorted out right now, and it'll be probably confirmed by next week. October 31st will be in Cape Cod at the Cape Cod Music Hall, which is Halloween night.
Right? You guys dressing
Halloween
up?
Night, yeah, and then there's another show on the 2nd, I believe. Yeah, 2nd in upstate New York, Rome, New York. It's all available on the website. And there might be one more, and then we finish at the Whiskey, where it all started here, in our adopted hometown of La La Land here at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood on November 5th, Sunday, November 5th.
And you're in the process of recording that album, which will be released next year.
Next year sometime. I would say probably by spring, but I don't want to say definitely. But I think probably around spring it'll be available. But between now and then, there'll be at least one. There'll be one more single, at least, maybe probably two, and at least one more video that we'll put available. Just to get keep the momentum going and build up the excitement.
Right. Does Legendary Artists have a website?
They do. It's it's listed on the Westbound website. If you go to westboundofficial.com, it's right on there on the front page.
And also, I'm sorry, Chaz. And also, Chaz is on Facebook as well.
I am. Yeah, I am. And of course, Westbound is also Westbound. So that's Facebook. We also have an Instagram, Westbound also. So
awesome.
And everything's on there.
And that's it. I also didn't forget you about the shirt.
That's right. You do owe me a shirt.
I owe you a shirt, and other people as well. Just give me some time. It's a mess over here now.
I know you're in a moving.
Yeah. I'm in the process. I will get to it. I didn't forget you. I love you. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks, Ralph.
You're a part of the family always. You're part of the Rock Shop family. You're welcome back anytime. And next time, bring the whole band if you want.
What was that?
Next time, bring the whole band if you want.
I will. I would love to do that next time. Let's do that. Let's plan on that when the record comes out or the next single, maybe,
Absolutely.
So this is the big move for the first time. How long have you been living there?
I'm in New York my whole life. Wow. But I'm out here on the island for 7 years. I was Queens boy, and we moved out here.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
And now we're going to head down there.
Right.
and we'll see how it is. You
Well,
know,
it's gonna be a lot warmer. That's for
it's
sure.
gonna be a lot warmer. You know, all I know is every time you mention Florida, there's always New York guys. Oh, this guy's there, that guy's there, this guy's there, that guy's there.
Second, I grew up. My aunt and uncles, as soon as they retire, that's what they're doing. They're moving to Florida. You know, or upstate. One aunt and uncle that moved upstate New York. They got out of the city, but yeah, exactly right.
But anyway, I wish you all the best, continued health, wealth, and happiness.
Rob. Thank you.
You're always welcome. Is that?
Thank you for all the support and encouragement. And,
always.
Getting behind us. I really appreciate it, man. You're a bro.
I'm loyal, and I'm a fan first and foremost. I got the show.
I miss you in New York.
I know.
I was so looking forward. Like, oh well, cool. Ralph will be able to come to that one.
Yeah, and you know it's funny. Lou Graham of all people asked me, "Oh, are you introducing us tonight?" I'm like,
"Are you serious?"
I swear to God. And I wasn't, you know, I'm like, "No." He goes, "Well, I thought you were introducing us," and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is fucking Lou Graham from Florida," you know, and I wasn't there, you know, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And don't forget,
we'll be in Florida maybe the end of the year. Actually, probably more like next year. I already talked to him.
We'll keep in touch. We'll keep in touch.
Absolutely, of course we will, man. And
all right,
thank
brother.
you, everybody.
Thank you very much,
friends and fans. Thank you for all the continued support. And you know, rock on!
Whoa! Hey, listen. Before we go, I know when you can dress up when you on that October 31st show. With the Westbound. If you guys dress up on stage, dress up as Kelly Hansen from Foreigner.
I'm not going to go there.
I know. I'll talk to you soon, Chaz. Bye now.
And hold on. I love you. Cheers.
Bye.